Yo, yo. Can you guys hear me? You peeps, let me know if you can hear me, all right? Let me know if you can hear me. Matting. I don't know, guys. Thanks a lot for coming through. If you know anybody that is interested in trading, or you know anybody that is a trader, just send them this link for me, please. Let them know that we are live. Hopefully they can pick up something. So just send them the link, please. Appreciate you guys. Are you guys seeing my screen? Just share the link with somebody, please, and thanks. So everybody can know up live. Everybody seeing my charts, right? Guys, let me know if you're seeing the charts, please. All right, cool. Thanks, Chakor. All right. As I said, guys, just signal, shout out the word. Share this with somebody, share the link with somebody. Please, while we're here, just please to hit the thumbs up on the video. Hit the thumbs up on the video and leave a comment. Gonna start in the next 60 seconds. So please, guys, just send out the word. Make everybody know that we're live. Ready to go through the charts. Ready to see what we have for this week. All right, peeps. So, as usual, welcome to another week. Last week we had a good week. We won a couple of trades. As a matter of fact, I'm still in a GJ buys right now. How did the week go for you guys? Anybody caught any trades? Anybody caught none? Anybody caught any trades this week? Still in GJ buys. All right. Anybody catch anything? Anybody else? I mean, last week we call buys on GJ. We call buys on gold. We call sell on NAS100, which did happen. We call sell on US30, which did happen also. So basically everything that we called last week basically played out. So we call the buys on GJ, we call the buys on gold, we call the sells on US30 and NAS100, and everything played out. So yeah, it was a good look. We know that our analysis is on point. It's just for us to continue to get better every single day, every single week. We'll come to the charts and we'll just give it our best and try our best to get better every single day. All right. So remember, guys, if you haven't yet, please, I beg you to ensure that you give this video a thumbs up and go on the other videos on the channel and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, guys. I'm not begging you for nothing more. I mean, every week I come on here, I'm going to free game, and the only thing I ask is that you just like the videos, watch the videos, tag somebody in the videos, share the videos, comment on the videos. Like, but I think I ask so much, you know what I mean? So just beg on a little support, you know. We really want to reach more Jamaican people, more people in general, for get them into the trading community. So tell somebody about it, tell somebody about the movement, and just join the movement, guys, please. So a thumbs up, you know, like the page, like the video, sorry, you know, comment on all the videos. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. So I would appreciate if you guys just do that for me. You know what I mean? Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Learn to Trade JA on Instagram as well. And if you guys have not yet and you want to join the Learn and Earn group or Learn and Earn community, where we do live trading, we do daily signals that are sent to the group, we do live trading, and we do live calls just to kind of sharpen up our skills. We have a group call where we talk about trading. I share some ideas, I share some game with you guys on the group call. It's only $67 per month. The first payment is $99, but every month after that, it's $67. To me, it's a whole heap of value that you're getting for that little bit of money, because for me, it's not about the money. But I want to ensure that everybody who comes in actually benefits in some way and understand that it's serious. I don't want anybody to come and just, because it's free, them just come and win it. No, I want people who are serious and committed. So that's why I put a price tag on it. But I'd love for you guys to, support the movement. You don't have to be the Learn and Earn. Just, share and comment and, like the videos, like the content and I post them on Instagram and stuff. That is enough support for me so I can get out to more people. All right. So I appreciate the love so far. I appreciate everybody tuning in on Sunday, and I hope you continue to support the movement. All right. So if you can do that for me, I'd really appreciate it. Just give me a thumbs up on the video, leave a comment, watch the other videos, like all the videos that you can like on there, leave a comment on all of them. I'm not asking too much, all right? Somebody I really appreciate it. So without further ado, let us go to what we are all here for, which is to look at the charts. So we're in the third month of the year so far. And when you look at the monthly, the 3-month timeline, we are seeing where price came up, created a wick, then it started push it down, it created a wick down here, and then now it's starting to push up, right? If you look at this on the line chart, you would see where this is in an overall uptrend. So there's a possibility that this could be the move that continues to the upside. Could be. Right? So just have to just wait and see. But currently, price is at this level right here. And we're thinking that within the next, 14 days, do we have enough legs for the next 14 days for price to push up? It's a very high possibility. But we also have price probably pushing down again, which is another possibility. So the possibility of price pushing down is very much game, and the possibility of price pushing up is very much game. But given the timeline, I'm not so sure how much more price is going to push up. If price closes in this area, then we can look for price to push up to the top of this zone right here. But we need price to first close above this area, because currently it's sitting in this area. So we need to close above here for us to take more buys to tap back here. Or if it closes outside of this range, we can look for price to tap in here and then push down. So that is how the 3-month is looking so far. And that's based off how the 3-month looking, guys. I think I'm in buys right now, but I think I'm going to close the buys because I just don't like this area that price is in right now. So I think I am going to be closing the buys soon. And then see if I can reposition. Let me look at the 1 month. On the 1 month side of things though, right, we see where price has been ranging in this particular area right here. So price has been ranging right here, and now price is actually pushing up. This is interesting because we have a red candle, a bearish candle, then we have a doji candle, and then we now have this green candle that is pushing up. We have 14 days left in the month. Is this green candle going to continue to push up? I'm expecting that there's a great chance that this green candle could actually break its own highs. So maybe we can hold the buy trade for at least this high right here for the green candle to go to. So maybe we can still hold on to the buys. We also have this area right here that we need to be mindful of. For me, if price starts to come back below this blue line, then I might be interested in closing. But if price continues to hold above this blue line, I would be able to hold the buy trade. All right, let's look at the weekly and see what we got for the weekly. So on the weekly, as you can see, price has been pushing up nicely. I'm guessing that there's a huge possibility that price might push up and break this high right here, which is the monthly high that we were looking at. So there's a great chance that I might still hold my trade up to here, because even if price is going to go down, I'm anticipating that it might just grab some liquidity and then start to push down. So it's a great possibility that I might end up still holding this trade. As I said before, as long as it maintains above this blue line, I'll hold it. But once it starts to break below this blue line, I might look to close out the trade. I've actually been in this trade almost 2 weeks now. So I'm expecting to hold it a little bit longer to see what happens. All right, but on the weekly, as you can see, it has not decided which wick it wants to draw from first. It might push down and tap this line right here, this EMA, and then start to push up back. So on the weekly, it looked like we still have some buys to go, right? As you can see though, this is the last true high, as I would call it, because this high actually created this low right here, right? But then this high did not create a new low, and now price is going up. So there's a great chance that price might come into here and then create a low, right? So that is a possibility. So either way, I'm expecting that there's going to be more buys before there's sells, or price might just buy and then start to retest to continue. So those are the scenarios that we're looking at. Let's go down to the daily time frame now and see what's happening. As you can see, just looking at market structure from where we are. So price did this, it pushed down, pulled back up, it pushed down, created a new low, pushed back up, created a new lower high, but then it pushed back down, did not break this low, right? It pushed up, did not break this high, it pushed down, it did not break either of these two lows, and then it pushed up, but it hasn't closed above this high. So we're still in this range. The price could always actually come back down again, right? So price could actually come back down again. So as you can see, no high has been broken and no low has been broken, which means that all of this right here is just a range. So now we have to look at what are the possibilities of price actually pushing up or coming back down, right? So we'll look at areas now where there's a possibility for price to actually come down. Let me hide the EMA. Or better yet, let me put out the EMA and see. As you can see, price is still below the EMA. So that does signal that there's still selling pressure. Price has not cleared above the EMAs yet, so there's still selling pressure, which I am concerned about. So let's look at this low right here as the low that we want to see price break if we're going to go down, because we'd have to see something like this then, and then a retest for price to continue to go down, right? So that is what I'm looking at. If not, then we might be looking for price to push up, retest, and then continue its way up. So that's what we're looking at. We're in a very tricky situation. We're in a very tricky place right now, to be honest. There's no clear buys or sell. I mean, the overall picture is buys, that's for sure. There's no doubt that the overall picture is buys, but for now, we are in a range. We're not sure where it's going to go. So it's just a matter of seeing what will happen this week. What are the two scenarios to play out this week and what we can catch. I'm still biased towards taking some buys this week. So we'll see. Price close back in this zone. I'm expecting it to tap up here. If it starts to close down below this blue line, as I mentioned before, I might change my tune. But for now, I'm still looking for buys. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame to see where are the opportunities for buys. So on the 4-hour timeline now, we see where price created this low, then created this high, created this low, but no, it has not created a new high. Instead, it created this low, higher low, and now it's in this area. So is it going to push up or is it going to push down? You know, that is the question. It's in a very tricky place right now, but we don't really know what it's going to do. So for me, there's no clear direction as to what we're going to be taking this week on GJ. There's nothing clear yet. So we just have to wait. But just to give you an idea of what we're looking for, what we would anticipate if and when something happens. So the idea is that if price ends up coming up here, we would then want to see a retest down here for a continuation, right? That's the first scenario. So you'd want to see price break above 193.00, 193 flat. So you'd want to see price break above the 193 area flat. That's the first thing. And if price breaks above here, right, then retest, then we can take the trade from the retest to push up, right? That's the first scenario. That's the scenario I'm leaning more towards, right? The second scenario, though, is that we'd want to see price break down here and then retest to continue its move down. And to be clear, I'd want price to break this low because this low is coming from this high. So this is the low that we want price to take out, retest, and then push down. So we're not looking for sells until price breaks below 191. So 191 is where we're looking for sells, and 193 is where we're looking for buys, right? So I wouldn't get involved in any trades at the moment because, as you can see, there's a consolidation right there. So we need to see price break out in any one of those two directions before we can jump in a trade. So we want to see price push up, pull back, and then continue to push. Or we want the price push down below here, retest 191, and then continue to push down. So those are the two scenarios that we're looking at for GJ. Everybody clear? Anybody have any questions? If you're good to go and you don't have any questions, just type 1 in the chat. Everybody clear? Everybody good? Guys, if you're clear and you understand and you're good to go, just type 1 in the chat, please. So I can know I can move on. Just type 1 in the chat. Everybody clear? Just type 1 in the chat, please. All right, let's move on. All right, so let's move on to gold. Now, we didn't get to take this trade on gold, but we did call this trade on our live. Well, I didn't take the trade, but we did call this trade on our live. Currently, the trade is up. What is 1 to 1.7? So, still have some more room to go. All right, but let's clear the chart and do a fresh analysis. As you guys know, all about analysis every time I come to the chart. Just want to make sure that everything is confirmed on my levels and everything. All right. So let's start from the 3-month timeline. As you can see, guys, the 3-month this candle has been pushing up. From the start of the year, we've had a strong bullish move to the upside, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. So gold is now at $3,000, which is an all-time high, and I expect it to continue. On the monthly time frame, we can see, the same thing applies. Price pushed up, price is pushing up. No stopping of gold right not yet. On the weekly, as you can see, price is pushing up first. So I'm expecting price to tap into all-time highs again before doing anything else. So this is the area that price broke out of on the weekly. Price looks like it's creating a top wick first to then come down. So I'm expecting price to make a top wick and then come down, if anything. So we're looking for more buys in the short term. And then once it taps this line, then we can know what's going to happen after. But for now, we're still looking for more buys. All right. So price opened up here. So which means that we're in this range. So we're expecting price to tap the top of the range before doing anything else. If price starts to come down below here, then we can look for some sells to come down to here. But let's see how that goes. On the daily, right? On the daily, we're basically seeing the same thing. Price broke out of here and started to push up. Price has been in this range before. You know, price did range in this area before. Once it break above, it tapped this line, it came back down, it break through all the way up here, and now we're in this range. So that would mean that, you know, price can do anything at this point, to be honest with you. It can even start to push back down. So we have to be very mindful because gold is at all-time highs. There's no data to the left to say, okay, this is definitely where it's going to bounce from or nothing. So we have to just kind of be patient and just see how everything goes. But for now, it looks like gold is still approaching even more all-time highs. So let's see if that happens. On the daily, as you can see, price is starting to go up first. So we might get some push up first before we get the pullback. So on the daily, you know, I'm still buy biased. There's nothing else telling us to do otherwise. We'll have to stay buy biased until the market structure start to change. Even on the 4 hour, as you can see, the market structure isn't even that great. So only thing that we're seeing on the 4 hour is just this consolidation right now. So if price breaks up above here, there's a great chance that we can look for more buys. But if it starts to break down here, then we can probably look for some sells. And even the sells, I don't think it's long-term sells. All the sells are going to be very short-term, very quick in and out. There's nothing here for us to be holding any trades because gold is in a bull run right now. As you look on the 1 hour chart for more details, as you can see, price has just been ranging over the past couple of hours from last week. I would say from last week, Thursday, when price entered into this area, it has just been ranging around here, right? So there's no clear structure in the market. The only thing that we can say is that based off of market structure, price pushed up, it pulled down, created a new high, then created a higher low, then created a higher high, and then it came back, created this equal low, created a lower high, then another equal low, and now it's creating a higher high than this previous high. So we might see price start to actually push up and continue up. We might just see that. So what we're looking at is if price ends up breaking above here, then we can look for price to continue to push up. However, if price breaks below here, then we wait for the retest of price to push down. All right, or we can look for price to bounce off of this fair value gap right here. So even if we're taking sells, we have to be mindful of this fair value gap right here that price can tap into, because price is already so strong bullish. Even if it pulls back, it might just do a little pullback to about here so, and then start to push up back again. So I wouldn't see any sells until price breaks through here. So this is where I'm seeing sells, if sells are going to happen, right? So we have to have price break right here if we're going for sells. So sells below here, buys above here. All right, so that would be what I would be looking for gold. So sells above, buys above 2993, and then sells below 2971. And the reason why I say for me it has to come below here is because, you know, there's a fair value gap right here and price has not yet made a lower, a higher low, right? So price has not made a higher low yet. So this could be the higher low for price to continue to push up. As you can see, it made a higher high, but this is an equal low. So I'm expecting that price might just come, create a higher low, and then push up. So that's why I'm saying, unless it comes down and breaks here and then start to reject from here, that's the only way I'm looking for sales. Other than that, I'm looking for buys above here, right? I'm looking for buys below here. I'm looking for buys right here as well. So I'm still looking for buys until price breaks all the way down here. Come on. And then starts to reject from here to continue down. That's the only way I'm looking for sells. But apart from that, it's just buys I'm looking for. Those are the areas I'm looking for buys in. And then when we look on the higher time frame, the 4 hour, yeah. So price can just come down and then push up. So until price breaks 2970 and closes up below 2971, sorry, or is it 70? 2970. Until price closes below and hold below 2970 and then start to reject from 2970, I am not looking for sells. I'm only looking for buys. Everybody clear? Everybody good to go? Just type a 1 in the chat for me, please, so we can move on to the next pair. Yo, big up Oshin. Yeah, so just to do a quick recap as it relates to GJ, we're looking for buys. Currently, GJ is ranging, so we're looking for buys above 193, retest to push up, or we're looking for sells below 191, retest push down. So that's what we're looking for. Looking for buys above and buys and sells below. As it relates to gold, gold currently is strong bullish. So we're only looking for buys at the moment, but the only time we should be looking for sells is if price breaks below 2970, start to retest and then show rejection for us to come down. And then even if we're coming down, we're not going to be looking for any long-term sells. We're only looking for buys mostly because the weekly and the monthly and the 3-month candle is all bullish. So we're not looking for any sells until the price breaks below 2970. Yo, that sounds good. That's awesome, man. All right, so let's go on to NAS100. Again, like, it's amazing because we call the buys on GJ, we call the buys on gold, and we call the sells on NAS, we call the sells on US30. Let's see if we can continue to be right this week. So we'll clear this. So as it relates to US30, based on how the 3-month candle looks, we're expecting and anticipating more sells, right? Price came up, create an all-time high, then price grabbed some liquidity and then started to push down, and it broke the low of the previous 3-month candle. So far for the year, we're seeing where price is pushing down. This is also evident in the stock market. As you guys, if you're following the news, you know that stock market lost trillions of dollars last week. So we're expecting more of that to happen. So we're expecting, based on this, we're expecting price to continue to come down. It grabbed the liquidity up here, so it's all a correction. So it looks like it's coming down to correct itself around here before pushing back up. So that is my anticipation, that it's going to come all the way down to 16,000, right? So let's look at the monthly candle to see how the monthly candle looks. So price broke above here, retested it, and then push up. It created this zone where price top of the zone and now has broken out of the zone and now it's heading to this second zone. This is the second zone that price is attacking right now. So as you can see, price in this zone has tapped both blue areas. So what we can expect to see is we can expect price to actually come down here at some point. Whether it is this month or next month, price may continue to push down, and then the following month we'll tap this right here, or we'll tap up here to continue to push down. But either way, for NAS, I'm still looking for sells because we're in correction mode on NAS right now. So I'm still looking for more sells, right? As you can see, price has been, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, price has been very strong, bearish. However, what we can expect is we can possibly expect this week's candle to be a little bit bullish, right? To retest this area that price broke out of. Possible for price to actually retest this area that it broke out of before actually pushing back down, right? So I would say that this fair value gap right here is an area where price can actually reject from, which is also on the area that price broke out of and retested. So as you can see, just based off of pure market structure, price broke up here, retest right there, pushed up, and now price has broken this low. So now we're possibly expecting a retest in this area for price to continue to go down. And as you can see already, we've already had price creating a bottom wick before pushing up. So we see where price creating a bottom wick. So what we can expect, or we can anticipate, is that price might come up into here before pushing down. So if you're going to take buys, guys, I would advise that the buys are very, very quick in and out buys. I wouldn't expect you guys to be holding buys for too long because, as I said before, based on the higher time frame, this is just a correction. This could also be a wick that this can form and then push down. So be mindful of that as well. So even though we see 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles, it don't mean that we can't see a next red candle. You know what I mean? It don't mean that we have to see a green candle. If you can look right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7 red candles right there. So NAS is pretty famous for doing that kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red candles right there. You know what I mean? So just because we're seeing these red candles, we're going to say, all right, we have too much red candles now. Now is a blue candle going, a green candle going to come. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 green candles, right? So don't feel like, say, just because we're seeing all of 1, 2, 3, 4 red candles, that this candle is going to be a green candle. It can very well be another red candle. What can happen is that the wick might come up on top right here and then push down. So, but overall, I would say the bias for me is sells. Sells on NAS100. Maybe the sales won't play out tomorrow. Maybe it's going to play out on Tuesday. We don't know. But overall, I would say that we're looking at sells. Right? So as you can see, price is actually ranging in this area right now for the past couple of days. So for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, price has been ranging right here. Right? So we could see something where price actually breaks out of the range and then start to come back down to continue to push down. All right. So for me, I am still looking for sells on NAS100. And as you can see, the price is below both EMAs. So we're looking at more sells for NAS. So For NAS, we're looking at sales. For NAS, we're looking at sales. We're looking at sales for NAS. Right? So price could come up here, grab some liquidity, and then push down. All right, so that's the movement that we're looking at. That's the movement that we're looking at. Price pushing up, grabbing some liquidity, and then pushing down. But we're definitely looking for more sales on NAS. All right, so price can move from here, or price can move from here. The only time that we're going to be looking for buys on NAS is if we see price start to break above here and then retest to continue to push up. So we'd have to see price break above here and it has to retest. So you don't want it just break and jump in a trade. You have to see it come back and retest and start to reject from right here. And then once it starts to reject from right here, you can jump in the trade. But for now, we're looking at sales. We're looking at sales. No buys for me on NAS100. Everybody good at that? Everybody understand, right? Everybody clear? If you're clear, just type 1 in the chat. Mad. All right, so let's move on to US30. We caught a buy on US30 and we caught the sell. So we caught the buy and we caught the sells. We caught the buys, but we called the sells, right? So I think based on what we're looking at, right, we're looking at price. I think we caught the trade from right here. So we caught a trade from, I think, Chakora from right, so they catch a trade, right? I think. Caught a trade from about right here to about up here, so. We caught a trade somewhere here. Somewhere here we caught the trade for a nice 1 to 3. And then we're expecting price to come up here, so. And then on the live, we call this trade on the live coming back down. So that's why, guys, if you're not on the Learn and Earn, you need for John Learn and Earn, because we're not playing, like, we're making money, right? So join the Learn and Earn. It's worth it to me. It's only $67 per month. You know, we go live trading on Wednesdays and Fridays. I do live trading. There are other days I might do it, but for now, for sure, Wednesdays and Fridays we do live trading, and then on Tuesdays or Mondays, I tend to do this like a live session, just going through charts and, you know, going through different scenarios and, you know, doing some back testing and all that stuff, you know. So we do that as well on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday we go live, and then every day I will send out signals and tell you guys, like, you know, what we're looking at. If there are any setups that are there, I'll send the signal to you guys and we know execute the trades. So if you're not in the Learn and Earn group yet, you need to join. The link is there. You can just click the link where it says learn to trade, learn and join the Learn and Earn. Just click on the link in the chat, and then you'll be taken to the page where the Learn and Earn is. Right. So we're gonna move on to US30 right now. But before I do, guys, can I ask you guys a favor, please, to just click the like button on this video, and please go on the other videos when this live is over. Please go on my other videos and just click like and comment. That is all I'm asking. I do these sessions with you guys for free. I give you this free game every week. Respect Oshin. I know you always support. All right. So guys, please just go on every video on the channel, like and comment. That's all I'm asking for, so that we can get some more traction, because I want to get more people involved in trading, guys. They don't understand how, you know, just like how you found this opportunity, I want other people to find this opportunity as well. You know, I'm really, really intent on making some millionaires from Jamaica using trading. Like, it's so easy. It's simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. And I just want to be able to, you know, to continue that movement. So guys, just go on the videos, comment, share, like, you know, support that movement, right? So even this video right now, man, I beg you, just give me a thumbs up on this video right now if you're enjoying this content. And if you enjoy the content that I've been putting out for the past month and odd since I've been doing this, just please go through and just give me a like and support. And also follow me on Instagram. Every time I post something on Instagram, just like it. That's all I'm gonna ask. Just like it and repost it if you want, share it, save it, you know, comment on it. Just keep the interaction up and running. You know, right now I only have like 8 people watching, right? Started doing this like a month ago. I'm currently at 64 subscribers. I know that eventually you'll get more. There's no doubt in my mind you'll get more, and I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be here as much as I can weekly. You know, so I'm going to continue to support and give you guys the support that I can give you. You don't know, the content on my YouTube is absolutely free, but if you want more in-depth knowledge and you want more, you know, hands-on, you know, knowledge of how I trade and, you know, be a part of my community, you can join the Learn and Earn group, and you get to be a part of that as well. But please, guys, continue to support the movement. All right. So yeah, let's look at the 3-month for US30. So similar to NAS100, US30 is heading down. All right. So broke out of right here, came up to all-time highs, revisited all-time highs, and then start to push down. So I'm expecting US30 to continue to push down to about here. I'm really expecting it to really drop to about there, to be honest with you, right? So sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm expecting US30 to continue to drop, right? So we're seeing more sales just based off of the 3-month timeline alone with 14 days to go. I'm expecting some huge sales, especially with the stock market right now, the US plummeting. I'm expecting some sales, right? So as you can see, I know it has broken out of this range. I know it's heading to the bottom of this range right here, right? There's a little pause that it had right here, where would have been a little retest. So price has broken down straight through these 2 areas right here, and it's now on the way down. So I'm expecting it to go all the way to 39.9, right, as a first stop. And then once it breaks here, it's going to 36. I'm not sure it's going to go up, because I don't think the US right now wants the stock market to be so badly damaged. Because I mean, if it does, that's going to be very bad for the US if the US30 start to really plummet, you know. So I don't expect it to go too far, but I'm expecting it to come at least to 39,000. So you can expect to see 39,000 as one of the areas where price going to tap into before it does anything else, right? So on a weekly, same for the same, right? So price has broken into this zone after breaking out of here. And now, just like with NAS, we can expect a little pullback to about this zone, right? We can expect a little pullback, probably a weak pullback, and then price continues to drop. But 39,966 as the target area. Even if this pullback and come up here, the furthest I'm expecting is to come up here and then start to push down, which is this fill. But I don't expect it. The only way we're looking for buy would have to come up here and then retest for us to continue to go to buys. I don't expect buys. I'm expecting sells. So I'm expecting sales to come up here. I'm expecting price to come up here and then start to drop, or it might just drop where it is right now. It might just start to die. It is right now. So let's look at the daily to see if there are any other levels. So as you can see, up this area right here, and yeah, on the daily, it's below both the EMAs again. So we're not expecting anything less than some sells, to be honest with you. If price starts to move from here, it would mean that there is something that the American people, the American business is going to try to do to get the stock market back on track. Just based on how things look right now, it looks like price is going to plummet and continue to push down. All right, so if you even see a little push up to about here, don't think that we're gone for buys. We're still sells right now. We're still in sell mode right now. So I would say these are the two areas that you need to be mindful of. The first area is about the 41,588 area, and then the next area would be 42,500 area. So 41,588 and 42,500. Not saying that you can't get 1 and 2 trade to the upside, you can, but it will be very risky. As you can see, this is the area that price break out of. Maybe price might be coming to retest this area and then push down. Maybe that's the case, you know, so you can look out for that as well. So yeah, for me though, overall, price is bearish, and I'm guessing that it will continue. As you can see, it's moving in this channel right here. So even if it break out of this channel, I'm expecting it to stop right here and then start to push back down. All right, so we're definitely looking on more sells for NAS. Definitely looking for more sells for US30, sorry. So we're looking at sells, guys, for US30. All right, everybody good? Everybody clear on that? Everybody see the logic? Just type a 1 in the chat. Let me know we're on the same page. All right, amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, in the meantime, guys, since we've gone through most of these things, is there anything that you guys are struggling with when it comes on to your trading that you want me to kind of talk about? Is there any particular concept that you don't understand that you want me to talk about? Since we're all here right now, I'm willing to give some information and give some knowledge. So if there's anything as relates to your trading, is there a particular concept you don't really understand that you want some clarity on? Please go ahead and ask a question in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Don't be afraid, guys. Any question, it don't matter. Oh, look like a beer top trader I have then, man. So no one need no help with nothing. All right, I'm good at that. Since a beer top trader I have, nobody no need no help. I'm okay with that. How to spot inducement? Inducement in terms of what? What do you mean? Like fake out? All right. Knowing when to leave the trade, let it do its thing. Okay. Melford, what do you mean by inducement? Inducement in terms of what? Like fake out you're talking about? Oh, all right. Gotcha, Tiana. All right, so let's start with Melford first. How to spot inducement. All right, so okay. Let's go to gold. Let's see if we can do a back test. About right here. All right. So you open your charts, Melford, and you look at this, the chart right now, right? Now, overall, as you can see, the sentiment is bullish, right? So the sentiment is bullish overall, right? So you're going to assume that price is going to continue to push up, right? Now, it's important, Melford, that when you're doing your trading, you understand that there are two different sections of the timeline. You have the higher time frame, you have the lower time frame. Now, the idea is that you want to ensure that at some point, both the higher time frame and the lower time frame are basically aligned, right? So you want to ensure that whatever you're looking for, the higher time frame and the lower time frame are aligned. So now, the first thing that we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at the structure of the market, right? So let's start from here. Price push up, price pull back, then price push up, right? This is a continuation. This is an uptrend. Then we saw where price came all the way down here. And then what we realize is that once price comes down there, what did price do? It changes character. So we had a shock right here. Because guess what? This is a low. This is a low. And then price broke this previous low. And the reason why this previous low is important is because this previous low created this high. But then what happened afterward is that this same high ended up creating a lower low than this previous low. So even though overall we're on an uptrend, what this signals to us is that price might be changing from an uptrend to a downtrend, right? Then we saw price come up. Let me use the white lines, right? After we saw price push down and break this low, we then saw it push up. But what didn't it do? It did not break this high from this push up, right? Which means that this high right here is the only high that we should be concerned about if we want to continue to take buy. So we would need to see price break above this high, retest it before taking buys. So you have to first understand that concept, right? So this blow created this high, and then right after it created this high, it started coming down. Now, because this is the last major high that was created and this high created this low, we are now going to look at this lower high that was created and say to ourselves, all right, the only possible way that I'm going to take buys is if I see price start to break this high. And then after it break the high, I need to retest the high. And once it retests and show me sign that it don't want to continue to go down, then I'll look for a buy. However, based on the fact that price created a lower low right here, it could very well be that this could be a high where price actually creates a new lower low, which would then fall in line with this lower low right here. And would also be a chance for price to top right here to continue to push up because price is on an overall downtrend. So this whole area right here has an imbalance, which means that price needs to come down here to balance off this area to continue to push up. So therefore, this move on the daily time frame could signal to us that, hey, price wants to come down here, retest this area before pushing up, because guess what? When it made this low, it did not make a new high, which means that it's not ready to continue to go up yet. So that is what the daily is telling us. So right off the bat, we know that this high is the high that we're paying attention to. So the only thing that we're looking for is sells. And the reason why we're looking for sells is because price would need to break above this previous high for us to start to look for buys, because it did not create an high, right? So now we just wait. So now we wait for price to get back to that zone. Then boom, price is at that zone, right? So now that price is at the zone, I now want to say, all right, if price is going to reverse, it's going to reverse from here, right, to come down to here. If it doesn't reverse from there, it's going to continue to push up. But for me to take a buy, I would have to wait for the pullback. I'm not going to take a buy until I see the pullback, right? So you sit down and you wait, and then you say, all right, I'm going to go to the lower time frame. Now you go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, right, you see where price broke up above right here. Right away, a lot of persons would have started to think to themselves, hey, price break above here, so now it's time for me to buy. Now, if you're supposed to enter for a buy right here, your stop loss would have to be all the way down there. And then you would have only 1 to 3.8 to go to right here, because guess what? This is the next point that price can actually reverse from as well. Now, you wouldn't want to enter here because guess what? This is too wide of a stop loss, right? So you're thinking to yourself, all right, even if I'm going to take buys, what I need to see is I need to see price go up some more and then come back, start to reject, and then I'll take my buys and I'll have a tighter stop loss to go up, and then I'll be able to get a 1 to 6 or a 1 to 4, right? I'll be able to get a 1 to 4, but I have to wait for price to come back. So now, the problem that a lot of traders have, and I can tell you this, is patience. Patience is your biggest problem. If you're getting faked out a lot, it's because you're not being patient, right? So price is up here now, and you have seen it break above here. This is now where you get faked out, because you're thinking that price is going to continue up. So you enter for the trade and you lose. No, that's not the way to go. You have to wait until price does its thing. So you want to wait until price either breaks above or shows signs of rejection to continue to go down. So now we wait. What's the next candle? Next candle. All right. So what we do realize is that price pushed up here, and then it had this rejection candle. It had a rejection candle. So now, this now becomes the high of that rejection candle, which means that price is rejecting from right here, and it turned red. But the next candle is a green candle, which means that there's a great chance that price can continue to go up. So now we have this area where price is ranging from. This is where we are patient. We have to be patient, right? So we are saying, all right, based on the fact that price came to this line right here where we're expecting price to actually go up, it actually came back down. So could it be that price actually wants to continue to go down instead of continuing to go up? What we do then is we start to go to the lower time frame, say for instance the 30-minute time frame, to look at the market structure. And then as you can see right here, price push up, push down, push up, and then boom. Similar to what was happening on the higher time frame, price created this low, right? This low created this high, but then this high right away broke this previous low, which now creates a lower low. So now we are going to think to ourselves, all right, price created this lower low. Now I want to see it break above here for me to be convinced that it's going to buy. Other than that, my bias is still sell. So you wait again. You wait again for the next candles to form. Boom, candle moving up. A lot of people start to buy right away, but that's not what you do. You wait because you want to see the candle break above here. So you wait. You wait. And then as you can see, price did not reach up here. It's still trending down, right? So you wait. Wait. Well, wait. Have to wait. Have to wait. As you can see, price is not going back up. Price is coming back down. So that in itself starts to signal to you, say, okay, maybe this is not a going up situation. It's a going down situation, right? Remember, this is the low that was created. And now, based on these candles coming down, what this means is that now this now becomes a lower high. So this is now a lower high because price was going up. It did not create a higher high. Instead, it's creating a lower high. So because it's creating a lower high now, I'm interested in actually taking this trade because guess what? It's creating a lower high. So therefore, if it's creating a lower high, there's a great chance it's going to break this lower low. So I'm going to go on the 5-minute time frame. And I'm going to look at the structure on the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, price break this level and has this strong push to the downside. Now price is right here. Now I'm started looking for entries to the downside, right? So we wait. As you can see, price break here again. So price break down here. This is now clear market structure. And then the next candle pushes down. There's nothing telling me otherwise than price is going to continue to go down because guess what? Now I'm seeing clear market structure. And now I can now sell down to this low. Because this low and these lows right here created this high way down here. And I'm confident that there's a great chance that price might not come back up, continue and create a lower low. Right? So let's see how it plays out. And then there you have it. TP hit. So the reason why you got stopped out or you keep getting stopped out is because you're not patient enough to wait to see what price is doing. It's like you're trying to anticipate rather than adapt. So you want to wait until price does what it wants to do. So you anticipate that price created a higher low right there and you see it actually going down. So from you see it going down, there's a great chance it's going to continue to go down. It's not going to a great chance it's going to go down. So when it comes on to ensuring that you don't get faked out, you have to just be patient. You don't need to, this thing about sniper entry, you don't need sniper entry, right? The reality is that if price is going to go down, it's going to go down for a while. So you don't need to get the very peak or the very top of the entry. No, you just want to get a good solid entry after it is clear to you that price is going in the direction that you're anticipating it's going into. And when it comes on to where you put your stop loss, where you believe that price, if it comes back to that area, you're going to get stopped out. So if you notice, my stop loss is above this point. You know why? Because this high right here created a new low, breaking this low. So I am saying if price comes back and breaks this high, there's a great chance it's going to retest and continue to go up. So I want to put my stop loss above this high right here. Because if price actually comes up here, there's a great chance it's going to continue to go up. So that is how you make sure you don't get knocked out of trades. And to answer O'Shane's question, in the same breath, right, you exit your trades based off structure. So you enter and you exit your trades based off of structure. So for instance, oh, sorry. Melford, did I answer your question clearly? You understand it now? All right, great. So that's the trick, bro. The trick to not be getting stopped out is just to be patient, right? Just be patient. Just be a little bit more patient. Just wait and allow the candles to form. You're not going to be late. You see, even if, like for instance, let me give you an next example. You see, even if you're looking for a trade, let's for instance, you see all these red candles right here, right? Even if you're looking for a trade and you saw say you were right here, right? And you know that, say for instance, let's go back to here. So you see these candles going down and you know the price is going to continue to go down, right? This is a high. So for instance, you wanted to enter on this, but guess what? You missed the opportunity. You missed the opportunity, you never get to enter. The reality is that you don't want to enter, no, because your stop loss would have to be all the way up here. So what you want to do is you want to go to the lower time frame and look for a pullback. So you're going to wait for a pullback. There is a pullback. Once you see this pullback, now you can enter because, and you put a stop loss above here because guess what? Price push up and then push down. This has now created market structure because this is now a lower high. Because if you put on the line chart, you can see where they start to trend back down, right? So this now becomes your lower high that now before, remember now, before this was how the candle looks. There was no pullback, but now this is a pullback. And as you can see, price start to curve down. So right off the bat, there's an opportunity for you to take an entry right here, stop loss above there, and then you can aim for 1 to 3, or you can look for your market structure, and then you just wait for it to play out. But say for instance, I still never get an entry right there. You do your analysis again and you wait for price to pull back again. You see how much time price pull back and give your entry? So now this is my area that I want price to pull back to so I can get a good entry. Price pull back from that area to that area. So what I want to see now is I want to see price break back in. Patience, bro. You see that? Patience. So price break back in now. I'm taking my short my stop loss above here, because guess what? If price end up coming back up here, there's a great chance that it's going to continue to go up. So I have to put my stop loss above here, and then I'm aiming for a 1 to 3 again. Right? So this is me being patient, you know. So when the price broke here, this is me being patient, waiting for price to come back up in here to grab liquidity to continue to push down. And as you can see, TP hit again. So it's all about just being patient. You have to be patient, right? You have to be patient. So once you can be patient and understand that, hey, even if price never did come back to my point, like say for instance, price never came back up here, I would then mark this area where price broke out of, wait for price to break out, and then I'd wait for a retest of the area. Or I'd mark off this area, which was a high that price created, and I'd wait for price to come back to that area again. I'd wait. If price don't come back and it continue to break to the downside, now this becomes my area what I'm expecting price to now come back to. So I'm waiting. If price don't come back to there, oh well. But I'm going to wait until the price comes back to there. Waiting, 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 waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Price comes back to there. Now I'm going to see if price is going to continue to go up. Is it going to show me signs of going down? Is it going to go up? So now I'm just waiting. As you can see, it wants to continue to go down. So just for argument's sake, I'm going to take a trade right here. And I'm going to target another 1 to 3. Price came up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times it came up here. So if it comes back up here and retest, there's a great chance it's going to go up. But seeing as though it come back up here so much times and then go down, I am okay with taking a chance on this continuing to go down. And there you have it. Price actually hits take profit again. So if I go back to the day, if I go back to the 4 hour, you would see how many trades we took. We took 1, 2, 3 trades from all this down move. And that's because you were just being patient. You have an area, you wait for price to get to that area. Once it's showing you rejection, it's showing that you don't want to go up, then you just take a chance. You take an entry. And there's a great chance that you're going to go in the opposite direction. You get me? You understand? Let me know if you understand, bro. I know you say fully understand, but no, it's clear, right? All right, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right, O'Shane. Now, when it comes on to you, O'Shane, right? Let's say, for instance, we're right here. How you know to exit a trade is a couple of things, right? You have to know your zones. And your zones are based off of areas where price reacted from. All right? So you're going to be looking at areas where price reacted from. So as you can see, if I go to the line chart, all of these areas are areas you're going to see price bounce off of. See? All of these areas are areas, all these blue lines are areas that price bounced off of, right? So therefore, what that means is that within this space, this is a lot of imbalance. This is a lot of imbalance. So therefore, if price comes down here, I'm expecting price to come to here. It don't necessarily mean that I'm going to hold a trade until price hits the blue line. What I'm going to do is I'm expecting, okay, I'm saying to myself, okay, if I'm anticipating that price is going to tap this blue line, can I get at least a 1 to 3 out of it? That is my thought. As long as I can get a 1 to 3 out of it, I'm going in for the trade and I'm going to hold it. I don't need to close early because there is enough room to get a 1 to 3 at minimum. So once you're in a trade and there's enough room for you to get a 1 to 3 minimum before it reaches a point, because this line, is a decision-making point, This means that price can come down here and then reverse, or price can just break all the way through. But you don't want to be in the trade when price hits right here. You don't want to be in the trade. You don't want to, if the candle comes down here, you don't want to be in the trade when price stop right here. If you're taking a buy, you don't want to be in the trade when price stop right here. If you're taking another buy, you don't want to be in the trade when price stop right here. So when you're in the trade or when you're looking for a trade, you're looking at the space between your zones and seeing if you can get at least a 1 to 3 from it. Once you can get a 1 to 3 from it, then you're good to go. You can hold a trade. You don't need to close out your trade early. And I always tell people all the time that, yo, what's the point of closing out your trade early? There's no need to. You know what I mean? Always go for a minimum of 1 to 3. The math for 1 to 3 is very clear, right? If you can, every single time you trade, get at least 3 times the amount of money that you risk over a period of time, you're going to be profitable. You have to be profitable. Even if you win 40% of your trades, if you win 4 out of 10 trades, and you are able to take 1 to 3 risk to reward, you're going to make money. You have to make money. It's not even a guess. You're going to make money. So all you have to do is make sure that you get a 1 to 3. 1 to 3, as in $1 to make $3, not 3 to 1. 3 to 1 don't make no sense. 1 to 3. You're risking $1 to make $3. You can't be risking $3 to make $1. So 1 to 3 is basically, all right. So I'm going to make it clear to you, right? So now you're in this zone, right? You're in this zone. So now you go to the lower time frame, say the 5-minute time frame. You already know, right, that you're aiming for price to top here. So you are now going to look and you're going to say, all right, price has broken into this zone, but now I have to wait for a pullback, because guess what? If you should enter the trade here, O'Shane, say for instance, you enter the trade here, your stop loss would have to be up here and you take profit at the blue line, because remember, we don't want to go past the blue line because we don't know what price is going to do at the blue line. So if you look at this right now, you'd say that this is a 1 to 0.72, which means that you're risking $1 to make 72 cents. That don't make any sense. Literally, right? So you want to wait until price creates a lower high for you to get a tighter stop loss, right? So that you'll be able to get at least a 1 to 5. As you can see right here, this is a 1 to 5. But we have to see. So now we have to just wait until there's market structure. So now we have market structure like this, right? So there's a push, a pullback, a push, a pullback, and now this is the push. So now what we have to wait for is we have to wait for the pullback, right? So that is what we're patiently waiting for. So we're patiently waiting for the pullback. As you can see, price has tapped right here. So because price has already tapped, let me see if I can go down to the 1 minute so I can make it very clear to you. Let's try the 1 minute because I don't want to go over this too much. Right, so price is right here. So now we're waiting for the pullback. This would have been our pullback. As you can see, price push, pullback, push, and then now this is the pullback, right? We're below this zone and we're expecting price to come down here. Now we're waiting for one more candle to show us that price don't want to continue to go back up. So now that we see this candle, we can now enter with a short right here, put our stop loss above right here, and as you can see, this would now give us a nice 1 to 3.65 to top right here. So once we have more than 1 to 3, so our 1 to 3 would be right here. So we can put a line right here to say, okay, this is our 1 to 3, but then we're hoping to carry it to the zone. So if price gets to right here and you want to close, it can close. If price gets to this white line and you want to close, it can close. If not, you can hold it till it reaches the blue line, but you don't want to hold it longer than the blue line because we don't know what's going to happen when price hits the blue line. So in this range now, because of how market structure is, we have a 1 to 3.7, and then we just allow the price to play out. Stop loss hit. And that is how you hold a trade. Once you can see market structure, and when you put your stop loss above a certain point, right, you have enough room to get a 1 to 3. That is how you actually take your 1 to 3 risk to reward, or you trade zone to zone. So you don't want to be closing your trades too early. You want to know where are the points that you're going to exit. So if you're in a uptrend, right? If you're taking a trade in an uptrend, you want to ensure that if you're taking a trade here, for when it gets to this point, before it gets to this point, which is the high that was created before, you want to ensure that you can get at least a 1 to 3 to that point. In a downtrend, same thing. Price push up, pull down. You want to ensure that before price gets to this point, if you get an entry, you can get at least a 1 to 3. So once you can get a 1 to 3 before it hit this point, then you can either take it your 1 to 3 or you can hold it to the next zone. It's up to you. But you want to ensure that there's a minimum 1 to 3 that you're able to get before you actually exit the trade. So that is how you know when and how to exit a trade. Let me know if that's clear to you. Yeah, man. So 1 to 3, meaning that you're risking $1 to make $3, not risking $3 to make $1. It's 1 to 3. All right. So you have to be careful with that. You lose a lot of money. Tiana, say I have a $1,000 account and I want to risk $100 on a trade. What is the Tiana? Every pair is different, so it really depends on which pair. But there is what you can do is you can go to Google and type in lot size calculator. So you can type in lot size calculator. You can probably click on this one, my FX book. And then what you do is you type in the pair. Say for instance, you're doing GBP, JPY. You type in your account size, which is $1,000. Then you type in your risk ratio. If you're going to risk 10% of your $1,000, and then you put in a stop loss in pips. So if your stop loss was say 148.7. No, let's look at the stop loss. So for instance, your stop loss was for instance, your stop loss was 193.53. Stop loss 193.53, right? Then you do a calculation and it will show you 100 USD and the lot size. So the lot size that you need to put in to risk 100 USD is 0.08 lots. Right? So once you enter that information, so how I got the 193 is based off of this. So as you can see, my stop loss is right here, which is above right here, which is 193.530. My entry is where price is right now. And I don't want to risk more than 10%. So I go to baby pips, my FX book. So I go to my FX book, I type in 193.50, and based on where price is currently, and I click on calculate, it will tell me how much lot size I must use to not risk more than $100, which is 10% of the $1,000, right? If I wanted to risk 20% of the $1,000, it would tell me to enter 0.15 lots. And that's what I would enter on MT5, 0.15. If I wanted to risk all $1,000, it would tell me to enter 7.669 lots to risk all $1,000. Well, no, let me get, say I want to risk $700, 100%, sorry. And do the calculation, it will tell me to risk 0.77 lots to risk all $1,000. So you go to my FX book, and this should be able to give you enter your stop loss right here, and you click on calculate, and it will tell you how much your lot size needs to be to ensure that you don't lose more than $100. All right. So for instance, gold is what? AUX. Color again. XAU USD. So this is gold right here. And then you go to the chart. So you go to the chart, you click on gold. And then gold is so gold is right here at the moment. So you click on gold, short. You say, all right. So on gold, you want your stop loss to be 2989.849. So you type in 2989.849. And remember, you don't want to risk more than 10%. Right? You do the calculation, and it tells you to enter 0.03 lot size if you don't want to risk more than $100 on this trade. So that's all I have to do. Just enter the pair, enter the amount of money, your account size, and they enter how much percentage you don't want to risk more than. So you don't want to risk more than 10%, 5%, whatever it is. And then you put in your stop loss here. Sorry. So you put in your $1,000 here, your 10%, your stop loss number here, and then you do the calculation, and it will show you 0.03 lots. And this is what you put in MT5, 0.03 lots. All right, that's good. You understand, Tiana? You're good to go? Well, it doesn't show your risk to reward, but what it does, Tiana, is that it shows you how much lot size you need to enter to ensure that you don't go beyond your risk. So the risk to reward is up to you. It's just that you put in a stop loss. So, like for instance, let me show you here, right? It don't matter what the risk to reward is. All it's doing is telling you what's your lot size that you need to put in. So say for instance, I'm entering here where price is now, and I want my stop loss to be above here, and I want to have a 1 to 3 risk to reward or a 1 to 4 risk to reward, right? It don't matter what my risk to reward is. What matters is this price right here that I don't want to lose more than. So what you look at is you look at where your stop loss is, the price where your stop loss is, which is 2991.0088, and it will enter the trade based off where the gold is right now. And then you enter 2991.089. So you enter 2991.089 and then you click calculate, because guess what? You don't want risk more than 10% of your $1,000, which is $100. So to risk $100, the only thing to do is enter 0.03 in your lot size whenever you enter in the trade. So it's not going to show you how much money you're going to make, but it's showing you how much money or what lot size you need to put in so that you don't lose more than $100. You understand? So it don't show you how much money you're going to make and how much money you're going to lose. It only tell you, all right, Tiana, in order for you not to lose more than $100, this is the lot size that you need to enter at the stop loss that you tell me that you want. Whichever, it don't matter. As long as you know you calculate the lot size, you can do multiple, it don't matter. As long as you don't want to pass your 1 to 5 or your 1 to 3. I mean, you don't want to pass your 10%. So what my FX book does is just shows you what lot size you need to enter for you not to lose $100. That's all it's telling you. So if you want the 1 to 5, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 1, it don't matter. The only thing you want to know is that if for you to not lose more than $100 in a trade based off of your stop loss, you have to enter 0.03 lots. Yo, it's up to you. Everybody have a different way that them trade. If you want to have multiple entries, I'd say keep it simple. You don't need to have more than 1 or 2 entries. If it's a 1 to 3, it's a 1 to 3, but you don't want to go above your amount of money that you're risking. So if it's $100 you're risking, you can have two $50 trades. One way you can close earlier, next one way you can hold longer. So if it's a $100 risk, you can have two $50 trade. If it's 4 trades you want to take, you can risk 4 $20 trades or $25 trades, So it's really up to you still. You get me? So it's really up to you what you want to do. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Oh dear. Look at that. GJ be pushing up, guys. Shakur, my rich friend. Rich friend Shakur, all go on. All go on, my rich friend. Shakur, you not hear me? How much money up now? Like 2 grand? So my talk about, guys, just join, learn and earn. You get me? I say it worth it. $67. Wanna waste one $67 on a daily basis or a monthly basis. $67 joke thing. We've been in this trade right now. We're up. I don't even know how much I up. Cause my phone battery dead and I can't look on the phone. But I'm supposed to up like 20 grand right now. crazy. Yo, trading is amazing, guys. It just, like, to see where I am today and know where we're coming from. Yo, believe me, guys, like, just continue to push, guys. Believe me, like, I can tell you this. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Just keep going, man. I tell you, I can have days like this. These are days that we only dreamt about, You gotta have days like this, man. You gotta have days like this. That will be so surreal. It's like I gotta say, oh shit, like, this was all it was. This is all I had to do. I never knew it was like this. Like, it will come to you. I'm gonna say there are days when it get frustrating even for me. Because sometimes the market, so the market's supposed to go a certain place, and then the market just do this weird pullback. But say the long term, over a period of time, it pans out. Over a period of time, it pans out. It works out over a period of time. So you can't be stressed out when you lose a trade or two or three. You go up on a 3-trade losing streak, just continue. Keep going. I'm going to guarantee you, so after a period of time, when you look on your profit and loss statement, you got always the profits. But you just have to be consistent, and you just have to continue for work. You get me? So at this time, guys, at this time. So I'm gonna wrap this up now. It's almost 2 hours been on here. I appreciate you guys for chilling with me. Please, guys, as I said before, just give me a thumbs up, like the videos, comment. Just comment, please. Just comment, like, share. Go up on my page, Learn to Trade JA on Instagram. Like, share, comment. I appreciate the support. But you don't know, big up on yourself. Looking forward to seeing you guys making some hits this week. And if you want, you can always watch this video again because it will be posted. So watch the video again, and then you can probably see where the trade opportunities are. So until next week Sunday again, we'll link up again and we'll see what's happening. All right. Remember to learn and earn. Get in, guys. Don't itch. Get in. All right. And I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace.